Trump's an idiot. Sorry.
Ooh, controversial there,
Let's
Steffi.
hope Zoom doesn't do a scan for the
Well, I'm not
listeners.
sure it's completely controversial, but certainly political. Which we okay. Welcome to AI, the cool stuff. We have a meeting most Fridays where we just chat about AI and share the latest things that we found. That's um maybe usually about business, but not always. Sometimes it's fun stuff, isn't it? So we go there. So first of all, we'll introduce ourselves, and then we'll crack on with something else. So Freeman, were you here first? I can't. I think
You
I'm
what?
sure you. I'm sure you. If you
Yes,
were. Oh no, Shirley was here first.
I was just
Shirley,
hiding.
Shirley, go for it.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Shirley. I work in health and wellness. Products you see behind me are the things I use to stay well. I help people to look good, feel fabulous, and earn some extra money. My AI knowledge is very limited, but I learn a lot on this platform, on this meeting. So thank you very much, David.
So thank you very much, Freeman.
Okay,
Freeman Tabengwa, LifeWave, helping people to reactivate their own stem cells so that the body heals itself naturally. You get better, you live longer, and you're looking good. Thank you.
Thanks, Freeman. Do you use AI in your business at the moment?
Yes, we are actually going to be using it. I know that they've got an AI thing right at the head office.
Right.
I mean, I have to visit that and just see what it looks like in October. But
Okay.
yes, that's really coming on stream.
Right. Okay, perfect. And Steffi.
Steffi Lewis, 32-year veteran web developer. I'd first like to apologise to Mr. Trump and thank him for everything so that you don't demonetize David's video when he uploads it. So thank you, Mr. Trump. You're awesome. I use AI all day, every day. I'm integrating it into well, I'm actually upgrading my old blogging platform into a new standard blogging platform. And it has all the AI built in. So that's where I'm at the moment. I was working on Steffi's Echo, but I put that on pause because technically I need to earn money. So blogging it is.
Perfect. The AI the cool stuff channel is 998 followers shy of the 1,000 needed
For monetization.
to be monetized. So I don't think it's going to make any difference at this stage. So, I mean, it's
Wow. I mean, Mr. Trump, you're such a good president.
yeah. Don't know if they add all my channels together. That would be nice. I don't think they do. I think you just got to do your because I've got other channels with way more people. Jane.
Yeah, hi there. So if we're being obsequious to the American government, particularly Mr. Trump, hi, Mr. Trump, hope you're watching. It's great to have you with us. Apparently, Elon Musk is delving into politics over here as well, by supporting the Reform Party and getting involved with this whole thing with Farage. And it's just, I mean, why? It's like somebody said this morning, it's like Zuckerberg sort of being able to choose, thinking he's got a right to choose the next leader of Sinn Féin. It's just extraordinary. Anyway, so we do IT systems for small and medium-sized businesses, focusing on security and privacy. So we use Linux and open source tools in the main. And yeah, AI always actually, I'm rather missing the old hallucinations that used to be quite so frequent in most AI models. They just don't happen. They're far more cautious, and I don't know. I wouldn't use the word woke, but but anyway, as you
They
know,
are very woke, Jane. They
I
are.
think they are a bit
Yeah.
woke, and as you know, I'm still smarting for being chucked off pie. But hey, I'm going to put that behind me one day.
Get over it one day. I
I'm going
mean,
to find some new
ChatGPT is
friends.
becoming, yeah, ChatGPT is becoming a bit less woke because it's, um, I've sort of noticed, and yeah, so it's interesting times. I mean, sort of Elon's got is Grok, which I think is pretty awesome actually, and it's
Yeah,
free at the
me
moment.
too.
So it's Andy.
Yeah, Andy, Web Success Insights. My day job is helping people get more for their websites. AI I use quite a bit. I find myself teaching people stuff, which is quite surprising, really, considering I'm only learning it myself. Um, but yeah, I've actually got an AI challenge at the moment. I don't know if this might come up at some point. I'm trying to work out how to use AI to go through all my emails, pick up the flag ones, and tell me which ones I really should be dealing with next.
Okay.
It's something that I constantly struggle with, and none of us want to drop the ball. But then you realise you flagged all these things, but you need a little kicking to know which ones to do.
There must be a microsite out there to do that by now.
You'd
Yeah, I'm
think so. I didn't
sure.
know it might maybe Copilot paid version does it or something, but I just
Copilot might do it. Hey, you want to be looking for an AI inbox manager.
Yeah,
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 I
that's
know.
I've
yeah.
seen several actually.
Carrier Connect have got one called Eloquence. We haven't used it yet, but I don't know if it would, you know, do the specific stuff that you want, Andy. But what a great idea!
There's one
Yeah.
called Fixer, Fyxer, another one called Front, another
What's the
one
other one,
called
Steffi? Front.
Fixer, Fyxer.com.
Yeah.
I've seen
Then you've
some that
got,
are plugins to like Chrome
yeah,
plugins and things.
yeah, then you've got Front.com, then you've got Superhuman.com as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
okay.
we
AI
need.
powered email, achieve inbox zero. So they are
Okay.
out there. Yeah, they're probably Outlook plugins or whatever, or Chrome plugins.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, I'll have a look
You
at
get a
those.
zero inbox by marking them all in.
I'll never have a zero inbox.
Deletes your entire email.
I'd like to get it down to
Inbox.
I'd like to get it down to 10,000.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, I was worried about my 12. I think I must deal with it. So, David,
Is there only four of us? Only five of us today.
7.
Six,
Oh,
seven.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
must have been the last one here. But anyway, my name is David. I work with UW and Full Power, bringing commercial and domestic energy products to the market. Um, and yeah, I have a lot of respect for Mr. Trump. I don't know why he's got so popular.
Don't bomb my house.
But I don't like wokeism. There we go. So there's only two genders in my view. So that's me.
okay. And okay, thanks for that. I don't, I'm not, I don't really want to stray into gender politics, so it's kind of outside my remit and outside my knowledge, quite frankly. There's I just live and let live, so I think that's the best policy. So yeah, so I'm David Harris. Apart from running Peppercorn, which is a couple of networking meetings a week. Have speed networking on Thursdays and this on Fridays. I'm a web designer and a web host. So I host lots of websites about it's actually I seem to be getting quite a few of those lately. So I'm hosting about 80 of them at the moment. So and you know I help out when things go bad. So which does happen from time to time. Okay, that's it. So that says, I mean, in terms of AI, I use it all day, every day, content creation and stuff like that. Stuff I was doing this morning is that I've got a Roman coin. I don't know what it is. It's badly worn, and I've been trying to clean it up, and I've been so I thought, oh well, I'll get ChatGPT to help me out and find out what it is, and it didn't do a bad job. We haven't got the exact. We haven't got the exact.
Are you going to share your screen?
I will. Hold
Yeah.
on. There you go. That's it. That's it. Sitting on my knee. So it's quite close. They're my jeans, so it's quite close up. I said it's quite badly worn, and it did, some basic stuff. And then it's
Well, it gave you a possible identification, which is
It
good.
did, yeah, and that is what I thought. I mean, I thought that looked like Constantine, but I don't know. Perhaps other. Well, when an emperor or a king is particularly successful, all their people afterwards seem to follow. That's the color has not come out quite right on there because I had a lamp on above it.
Have
So
you had it valued? I mean, is it yours? Did you find it?
I didn't find it. No, I bought it off of
Ah,
bought it off of eBay.
mm.
Could you put it through an image enhancer, AI image enhancer first, and then retry it?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I haven't. Well, I've ChatGPT has done that as well. So, but it does that. So, trouble is the back end is virtually indecipherable. It seems to have some sort of victory thing on there.
It's almost as if you should drop it into that jewelry cleanings,
Yeah,
liquid,
yeah.
see what happens.
I didn't know whether that was a good idea or not. It says soak it in water for 2 weeks and then brush it with a soft toothbrush. So I'm
I think
trying
if it's
I
a,
that.
mean,
if it's a 3 decimal UK penny,
No, I said the actual victory is like that.
yeah, yeah.
The thing on the back that used to be on there, and it's got some letters here, but
Yeah.
it's trying to decipher them, trying to decipher what they are.
It's
Obviously
probably
this
worth
is.
more than a Trump coin.
Yeah.
yeah, very much so.
So I mean, it's only a bronze coin, and there are a lot of them around. So I mean, it's not like it's not particularly valuable. I would have thought, a few quid maybe. And
But if it's Constantine, that would be going back some, wouldn't it? I mean,
300, yeah,
do
300.
you know where it was found? Did the
Yeah, it wasn't in this country. It was in um Serbia or somewhere like that. One of those.
hmm.
There was there was some cash found there. Um, and it doesn't. So it doesn't. It's given me, pretty much. It's going to be around that time, around Constantine II, or Valentinian,
Mm.
sort of late fourth century. So fourth century Roman coin essentially. So
It's still a cool thing to have.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been around a bit. It asked me the size, so I measured it and weighed it. It's only 2 grams, so but it's worn away. It's worn away, and it's not. I don't know if any of them were perfectly round back then, but it's not perfectly round.
I think if it was mine, I'd sell it to a museum. I think that would probably be the best way.
Yeah,
But it's up
yeah,
to you. Good
yeah.
point.
So it's
Did you try it on any of the other AI models,
no,
David?
I haven't. No, I've only tried that this morning. And it you know it then said it could. Asked me if it wanted to OCR, then it lost itself. It lost the code execution state was reset, which means the uploaded images were lost.
Oh,
Yeah, it timed out trying to do it, didn't it?
So
Mm.
it's fried itself. So I mean, it's not. I think they need to be valuable. It needs to be in like mint condition.
Okay.
And
And gold rather than bronze.
exactly, yes, quite, or silver,
Yeah.
even. Sort of silver coins. Bronze coins are fairly common, and
Yeah.
so I shall carry on investigating that one because
I remember
yeah.
there was a horde of coins found in Shropshire somewhere some time ago. I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, because that's what always people thought was the safest thing to do, when trouble was coming your way, was to bury your coins.
Yeah.
Then if the trouble went away, you could come back and retrieve them, and obviously
Find it.
where they've not managed to get back to retrieve them, that's where you find these hordes, because they didn't have
Have you ever seen the series Detectorists?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
brilliant.
love it.
I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
It's such gentle British humour, isn't it?
It is. I love
That's
Mackenzie
right.
Croker. It's Toby Jones, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
lovely, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, it gets the old thing, it's a 1976 lilt ring pull,
Yeah.
Time without that and looking at something, tires are 1984,
Yeah.
so So I think that's yeah, I think that's brilliant. So yeah, so that's well, where are we? Oh yeah. So that's I wasn't going to talk about that. I was gonna talk about well, a little bit about the Chinese because that's where there's a lot of value stuff coming out, you know. Because I used to use a thing called Alibaba. I don't know if you know
Mm,
it.
Yeah,
You used
I
to
know.
buy
yeah.
it used to be great for wholesale stuff. So you could source sort of Chinese companies used to put on I mean 20 years ago, 30 years ago, used to put on their stuff onto to Alibaba, and then people in the West could then buy um, lots of there. Now I think they also do retail as well, don't they? I don't know if they're as big as Temu. Or
Yeah, they do retail.
yeah, okay. So they do that as well, but they've also been into they created something called Alibaba Cloud, and it's probably one of those things the Americans don't like, but it's
Well,
it's
it's
it's got
Chinese
that.
version of Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah,
They
that's
just
right.
replicate Amazon.
That's right, and it's got it's got an AI assistant called Quark, which is the Chinese equivalent of ChatGPT, I guess, but it's got 200 million users in China. So it's quite a significant thing, and it's the other name that people know is Qwen, QWEN, which is Quark's the assistant, and Qwen is the large language model behind it. So that's what people know them as. So yeah, so it looks like they're going to be releasing that. I mean, you can only get it through China and a translator. You can install it. It's a desktop application. You can just go to I can't remember now. Did I write it down? Yeah, I can't remember, but it's if you look at Quark, or it's something like quarkai.cn or something like that, or alibaba.cn, and so you can only get the Chinese version, but you can get a translator. But it does speech and pictures and maths, and they've got a version for deep reasoning with 32 billion parameters. I don't know what that means. Steffi probably does.
Sorry, what was that? Missed that.
32 billion parameters for deep reasoning. So I don't know what that exactly means. Something AI related. And
Something AI related, I agree. Very powerful 32 million.
yeah. 32 billion is a lot, isn't it? It's a big number, so obviously it's quite good.
It's
And
big,
then,
as Trump would say.
yeah,
Big,
we all know
big
that sort of
league, isn't it?
DeepSeek, there's two other companies, DeepSeek and Monica. Sort of DeepSeek we spoke about last time. That started in 2023, and how much they they say they built their equivalent of GPT-4 for $6 million compared to GPT-4 cost $100 million, and it only requires a tenth of the computational power. And I've used it actually, and I've had it to create content and things, and it's pretty good. Again, it's free at the moment. It's DeepSeek R1, but they've got different models coming out all the time. And
Aren't OpenAI suing them because it's got proprietary OpenAI code in
possibly
it?
it looks good luck with that. It looks a lot. People are always trying to sue the Chinese for nicking stuff, but I don't know if they ever succeed. Good luck trying to pull somebody through the Chinese courts. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, so
Sorry, Steffi.
OpenAI is suing DeepSeek because they reckon that they originally used training data from OpenAI to train DeepSeek.
right. Okay.
So they've obviously got some honeypot data in there as well.
Yeah.
And where did OpenAI get their data from in the first place to learn? It's
Well,
all
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scraping the web.
Yeah.
Wikipedia. I mean, there's sort of when the references come up for anything you ask, it's nearly always got Wikipedia on there.
I've been using an AI voiceover for some YouTube videos, and it's really realistic and it sounds really good.
Yeah.
Well, one
Yeah.
of the things I've done with Steffi's Echo, so you know about my Echo program, in my back end, I've actually told it that OpenAI can use my data to train models. So what I'm hoping is that my personality is going to get into OpenAI.
That would be good.
It'll just start replying with sarcasm.
We'll be able to tell in a second, Steffi.
But on the 6th of March, I don't know, there's a Chinese startup called Monica, and they launched something called Manus on the 6th of March. And Manus, it's recognized as one of the world's first autonomous agents capable of independent thinking, dynamic planning, and decision making. So
Wow.
it will be able
Blimey.
to look at and it can interact with your computer, your files, as well as the web, and it's going to be able to there. I've tried to get a Manus account. There's two ways of getting a Manus account. One is goes to manus.im and register, and eventually they'll get round to saying, yeah, you can use it.
Where's the IN? Is that India or is it Indonesia or somewhere?
It's IM. India. What was that?
Indigo Mike. Is
India.
it
Okay.
Manus, David?
Yes.
Mm.
So it's I just
Make sure you remember to put the M on the front, Jane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise you'll get a completely
Far too
different
long.
website. You'll get things that are not suitable for a family zooming.
Oh dear, it's ridiculous.
And the other way you can do it is that they do release. I've lost my place now. Yeah, they do release stuff. I did a quick presentation on this. I was on my phone yesterday and I was stuck around with father-in-laws, and I just used just created a presentation on Gamma. So I'm gonna. It's probably not perfect, but here we go. It's just a simple explanation as to what an autonomous agent is. So it's one step closer to a truly independent artificial intelligence. For some reason. Okay. So basically it's gonna sort of, most of us are familiar with ChatGPT, of course, because or sort of voice assistants like Siri, or you sort of get the recommendations from Netflix, but AI agents take things further. They don't just respond or follow instructions. They think, plan, and act independently. So you got to think of it as the difference between hiring an assistant who waits for you to give them in tasks, or hiring one who organizes your entire business before you even ask. So it's kind of one step on, you know. So there's sort of Manus is the first fully Manus is one of the first fully autonomous AI agents. Like I said, it's been developed by a Chinese company called Monica. It's only launched a few days ago, and it's designed to handle real world tasks without human intervention. And I've seen some of these on. It's really scary, actually, for me, because it went ahead and created a website for a business. It found out it didn't have a website for a particular aspect of the business, and it went ahead and created the website and published it without any nobody said go and create this website. It's oh, you need a website, so it created one and published it with all the information on it without you actually doing anything.
Wow.
And
That's
I thought
amazing.
that's kind of a little bit scary because obviously I'm going to be a coffee barista in a year's time or something. So yeah, so it uses yeah, so exactly that perception. It understands your intent, just like a good employee knows what you need before you say it.
Yeah.
It creates a step-by-step strategy to accomplish the goal that it's worked out that you need, that you didn't know you wanted, and then it executes the tasks without the needing for approval. So and then it learns by analyzing the past results. So I assume if you've not got any visitors to your website, perhaps it'll do the SEO. I don't know. Perhaps it'll do Andy's job and all. It might say,
I
yeah,
hope so. I want to retire.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right, that's right. So we'll all be baristas. Um,
Nothing wrong with coffee.
there is nothing wrong with coffee, and
No.
I do frequent coffee shops quite a lot, but on this side of the
Yeah.
thing, and not.
I'd be very happy to learn how to do the tree thing on top of a coffee.
Oh yeah, actually, or the coffee bean, or the
Hmm.
yeah, that's right. It's all in the wrist action, isn't it? This is just right near the end.
Oh, cappuccinos are easy because
Oh yeah, you
you
just got that big metal
template
thing, and they sprinkle
to the
chocolate over
chocolate. Yeah.
it. So, and can Manus make a decent cup of coffee? I doubt it.
Yeah.
So it has got limitations.
Mm.
So yeah, so it's sort of it's actually sort of resolving real-time problem solving. So it's quite amazing. So so this is basically a table just reiterating what I've just said. Doesn't need constant instruction. It manages complex multi-step workflows. In fact, it will create the workflows for you, and it constantly learns about you and what your tasks are. Not apart from the real world. I guess for us it would be like smart assistants, but I mean, the HR recruitments. I mean, you can see the not the dangers, but how it's going to be taking away jobs once you get to the next stage. The stage right now with ChatGPT, it's making our lives easier, but it could sort of take away like HR people or analyzing
Well,
skill matches.
I think technology will do that anyway. So if ChatGPT doesn't take away jobs, others will. So it's inevitable, really, that jobs are going to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So um,
I'm kind of the same with what I'm doing on my blogging platform because I want to automate it enough that I
mm,
can support lots and lots of blogs. And literally, a client can say to me, "I want to blog about AI. I want to blog about accounting."
mm,
And that's all they need to tell me. And how many times a week do you want to blog? Do you want it shared on social media? Do you want the mailer to go out to match it? And
yeah,
I should just be able to go click, click, clickety click and make it happen.
yeah.
That's where I want to get to. So anyway, it's my little
Yeah.
input.
So these are the ethical concerns. I mean, obviously, job displacement, what we just said, many
Mm.
professionals being worried about being replaced by a computer.
Oh, that was
Bias. This
that
is
was
this is the thing. What we're talking about earlier is bias. Who decides?
that was the point of what I was trying to say is I'm
Mm,
getting rid of copywriting, I'm getting rid of social media management, I'm getting rid of email management,
mm,
all in one automated platform.
mm,
So that's the thing. That's three jobs gone, and all I have
yeah,
to do is click
yeah,
a few buttons. So
yeah. So
mm.
can an autonomous system make an unbiased decision? And sometimes we make decisions that are biased, but for good reasons. So security risks. I mean, bias, like you wouldn't employ a disabled person because they're disabled. I mean, obviously they would have to program that in to make that not a thing. But it's, if you were going strictly on ability You know, if you were looking at things straight on, maybe
Yeah.
they could have a bias in there.
Mm.
Yeah, but mountain rescue teams can't really have a wheelchair-based person in there, so
No,
it kind of know
no, there
who's
are, yeah, obviously, you know, but working from home, it wouldn't really matter, would it? So security risks, yeah, some clever bastard will hack into it, obviously, and change the parameters so that they benefit, and say loss of control. You're delegating your thinking to machines. So do you really want that? You know? So
Well, I suppose they're just as vulnerable as people because we can all be blackmailed or open to some risk or other. I mean, everything has risks. It's just the
yeah,
quantifying them, I suppose.
yeah. So there's AGI. You know, we talked about AGI before, like artificial general intelligence. So it's actually intelligent. It is properly intelligent rather than intelligence is learning and things, and it would be you know, the current like ChatGPT isn't intelligent as such.
Mm.
It's just it just does things really fast and access to a lot of data. Daily life transformation. So they become the productivity tool. What are you going to do about society, you know, once these machines start doing all the tasks?
I still
Going to
think we're
get
going
like a massive underclass where nobody who can't work, and
I
then a
still
load of
think we're
rich
going to
people who own the AI companies. You know, is it that going to happen? Which will,
we're going to have universal basic income at some point.
that's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
you're going to get fully automated businesses
yeah,
that have
yeah,
no people and making huge amounts of money, and you're going to have to tax them at a higher rate, and then you can use that money for universal basic income.
that's right.
Mm.
Yeah. So obviously it's going to be down to governments to regulate it, which again fills you with a bit of unease. And yeah, so obviously Manus is the next Manus is the next generation, and obviously other things will follow. It's just that has come out in the last few days, and I've seen some YouTube. If you want to see some YouTube videos of people using it, you'll see what it's doing. It's just that they're just kicking it off and off it goes, you know. And it's
David, when you applied, because I'm just trying to apply, and it says you have to put a case study. I suppose justify why you want to use it. I don't know. Did you have
oh
anything?
no, it didn't ask me that, but I did
Did it
it a
not?
few days ago.
Ah,
It did ask me what I do and what I use it for. So I just said, well, I run a business networking meeting in which we discuss and sort of AI things.
yeah.
So I tried to make it sound like I was a big wheel, you know. So they give it me faster, but nothing
Hasn't worked yet. Oh well.
hasn't worked yet. But I know there's a long way to. If you go onto Discord, they do release codes every few days. And each code has got like 100 users or something, and they release about 20 codes. But you got to be really quick. You don't know when they're going to release them, and more or less as soon as they were released, like there was one released a few days ago, and they, you know, if like 2 or 3 minutes later they were all gone. You know, those
Mm,
codes were invalid. So people are really trying to get hold of it, but obviously they're going to build on that,
mm.
and I can't imagine it's going to be very long before they want to release it. Um, and yeah, so that's it. And I don't know how much it's going to be. I mean, at the moment, it's still evaluating, you know. So it's people who are getting on, getting it for free.
Mm.
But I don't know what the long term cost is going to be. Do you see ChatGPT have brought out a PhD level thing, and it's like £20,000 a month.
Good God.
$20,000 a month is what they're postulating. Well, you could. There's hardly any PhD person in the world you couldn't employ for 20,000 a month.
I think universities would use it for research.
Yeah, yeah. So it's supposed to be another level, but if things like it's going to be out of date before it starts, isn't it? So it's that's the trouble because you see all these things that are that measure the AIs against each other in terms of responsiveness and accuracy and deep thought. And it's always the latest one that's come out is always better than all the others. So does everybody know what Discord is? It's just yeah, good. It's an online communication platform. It's not. I don't know if you call it social media. I don't think it is. It's more.
It
more
came out the gamer world.
Yeah, that's right.
You can
Yeah,
have integrated chat on a screen while you're playing a game and you're streaming.
yeah.
People connect to your Discord server and then they can have a conversation with you about your game.
That's
and
right, about who you're going to
give you
attack and
money and stuff. Yeah.
who you're gonna who you're gonna pick on next. You know,
I
yeah,
know
because
when
that's
you
what
go,
I use it. I mean, I use it for Star Trek Fleet Command, which is a game that I play, and then there's a but then I've found it was being used for Mid-Journey. The only way you could create an image was on Discord. So originally on Mid-Journey. Now it's all online. It's all on the web. But I mean, it was quite interesting.
Oh, come on, OpenAI. I want you to build Sora into the API.
As far as gaming goes, I always use Luna as far as gaming goes. I don't know whether you can use Discord with Luna.
Yeah, Luna.
It's
No.
a Amazon service.
Right. Okay. So it's so Discord. What's the next thing I was going to talk about? There was I saw a little story that I thought was quite a nice one in New York Post. They said in Massachusetts they developed an AI tool capable of predicting cognitive decline years before symptoms appear by analyzing brainwave patterns used during sleep. So they think it's going to lead to early interventions for dementia and
Have they plugged Trump into it?
preserving.
Have they plugged Trump?
No, they haven't plugged him into it yet, no. But if they'd have plugged Biden into it about 20 years ago, they might have saved a whole lot of trouble.
People are saying because of the way he stands, that he's got temporal lobe dementia.
Right.
Well, Trump.
Yeah, there's pictures of him. When he stands, he always leans, the top half of his body always leans forward.
This is
If
Biden.
you look at it, and they reckon that's a classic symptom of temporal lobe dementia.
This is Biden, Steffi.
Yeah.
No, Trump we're talking about.
Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some pictures of him that came out recently, and they're focusing on the way he carries himself. And it's that upright legs, and then he leans his body forward, which is really interesting.
you certainly forget stuff. I mean, that thing at the TV thing he was doing the other day, talking about having a go about, all these people in their country who have been abusive to women and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, you've got a very short memory.
Yeah, and there was a really funny thing. He was talking about some bill that was, whoever wrote that bill was an absolute idiot, he said, but he actually wrote it in his previous presidency. It was him who introduced it, and he completely forgot and called himself an idiot.
Oops. So on David, going back to Discord and these codes that come out for Manus, I can't find the server Manus. Is there a?
Yeah, there is. Hold on, I'll tell you what it is because I've got it. I usually use Discord on my phone, but there are Windows and Apple apps for Discord.
Yeah.
Just called Manus AI.
Yeah.
Biden has Parkinson's or something, doesn't he? I think.
So it's it's just called Manus.
Oh, thanks, David. Oh, it must be me.
Yeah.
Don't know.
So it's just Manus space AI. It's only got two channels. One is the announcement channel on which they leave the code. The last time they released codes was on the 8th. So they might be releasing the word on the street. They might be releasing some tomorrow morning about 6:30 our time in the morning. So if you are on Discord at 6:30 in the morning, you may get lucky. if you want to play with Manus. Um, doesn't can you share a man Discord? I don't know what it's
Well, Magnus, but not Manus. Oh, wait, it doesn't matter. I'll maybe, I don't know.
yeah, just I don't know. I think I got it off of YouTube. I'll see if I can find the link, and I'll message it to you.
Oh yeah,
Because
geez.
it was on the I found the link on a YouTube video.
Mm.
There's a youngish guy. He was going through Manus and showing all creating the websites and things, which I think was pretty good. I saw another one creating websites yesterday as well, which was the Google. I was looking at Gemma 3, which is the open source version of Gemini, and you can load it onto your own computer. There are different models. If you get a crippled model, you can get the you can put it on your computer, if you've got one fast enough. But it's on the Google developers platform. So it's yeah. So the latest, they do these chatbot scores. The number one is DeepSeek R1. Number two is Gemma. Then DeepSeek V3. Then O3 Mini. ChatGPT. Then Llama. Then Mistral. Then Gemma. A previous version of Gemma. So there are different. I don't know what the qualification is to rank those, but if you go to ai.google.dev, they've got free APIs and things for their stuff. There's no limits to some of them, so it's worth thinking about.
Mm.
And the other one I've been messing. Have we seen? Have I shown you Sora since we talked about it? I've got all these sorts of things. Some of them, I love this one. This is for a steampunk video that I'm trying to do, and I can use a section of it. Like I wouldn't use that bit. I would use this front bit. He's trying to do. He's trying to develop a steam powered umbrella that opens up automatically when it starts raining. So I think that's sort of many talented inventors were lost when they were trying to develop the technology, like him. But some of them seem,
himself up.
some of them are a little bit strange. Now the problem with Sora is that my way of doing things is to create an image on Midjourney, and then I upload that to Kling or to create the movie. And with Sora, if you try that way, it says error running this prompt. Media contains people. So if you can't upload anything with people in it, then that's a real crippler,
This
So
is where we're heading, isn't it? We're going to have two different things out there: the ones that are all very on the safe side of things, and the others that people actually want to use.
yeah. So yeah, this is just for it's the I think it's the way because they had to get round maybe UK law or something like that.
Oh,
This
probably,
is
yeah.
or EU law or whatever it is. Some of these are a little bit strange, So, and I wasn't overly impressed, all in all, compared with.
Love that. What possible use is that?
Well, the thing is, I mean, if you're doing like LinkedIn posts, for example, a little video on this is making something up, makes it stand out a bit on your post, doesn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's got used to that, and I'm quite surprised we haven't seen more people doing that so far.
I mean,
I've got an idea that on my blogging system is that when you go into the blog, there's actually a video, but
Yeah.
when you share it on social media, it actually just shares an image. So it's not until you go into the blog that you see the video running, but it's matching video with a frame extracted for the image for social media. Although, there's no reason I can't upload the video.
mm,
It depends, really.
yeah. There's one that was almost really. This one was almost great, and it turned out to be shit because here he is. He's got another umbrella underneath. And what's that doing there? He's like a broad star. Okay, great. But then he's reappeared. He's been blown up, and then suddenly he's back. So I can extract like a little section of it, like there, and then when he appears, I mean, I don't know what he's doing there once he's been blown up, because
Those
I like
crazy
things that blow up. So there's so yeah, so that's Sora.
It's a bit token hungry for me at the moment.
Yeah.
How much does it cost you to use that? What's the price?
You get 1,000 tokens a month, and it just eats through them.
Yeah, it included. I mean, it's included in if you pay £20 a month for your subscription. It's included. So many tokens.
I think
I didn't use.
back in the day when I used to have these special effects for films, I used to spend thousands on them.
Oh yeah. But you only get a 30-second clip. So it's no, you don't get a 30-second clip. You get a 10-second clip. So it's that you get a 10-second clip that you can create. I mean, there are obviously other uses. I mean, I'm using it for a fun thing that I'm doing, Copper's Knob. But I mean, there's but it's not. Yeah, there are better things out there because you can only use text to video, unless you're doing inanimate objects, or you could do a cartoon character. I haven't tried a cartoon character. I would imagine if you created a Pixar style representation of yourself and put it in, that it should work, because I would hope, I haven't tried it yet, I'll try it. I would hope that it would recognize the fact that it was a cartoony type character rather than a real person. So we shall see on that. So not so I say Sora's not my favorite at the moment.
Yeah.
So we'll be and I read this. There's an online thing called Everyday AI Vibe magazine that I look at occasionally, because somebody I know who writes for it. But I saw an article about the AI detection tools that universities most people are not that bothered if it reads well, but like with universities with their sort of degree courses and things, they're feeding people's work into an AI detector, and it's coming up with false positive rates in a test that a separate. I don't know if you know Jonathan Mast. He's been in AI since the beginning. He's got a huge Facebook group, and he does courses and things, and they measured lots of AI detection tools using previous works, and some of them had a false positive rates of 70%, making them worse than a random, binary guess. So, and if you write too well, or it can flag you up as writing as AI generated.
Oh dear.
I've had that. I've written stuff that's all completely original. It's been guessed as AI.
I have, yeah. I've put in a previous something I've written previously, and it's come in and said, yeah, no, that's definitely AI. It's too good.
And the other way around as well. So you put it in as AI and it says, no, it's human. So they're not particularly,
No,
I
they're
don't think,
not really
effective.
worthwhile. No, they've got they've got they've got zero transparency in their detection methods.
Mm.
And they've got no accountability. I mean, sort of some companies just employ these companies to actually do the detection, and they've got no idea how they do it, and they just accept their results. So people could, like you could have your whole career ruined, or you could have you could have a false accusation if you were a student or a researcher to say that you can be falsely labeled as a cheat because you've used AI to create your thesis. So sort of one single AI detection error can just ruin your whole life. So they've got to be more wary of it and understand that there's, some universities, especially in America, they're just blindly adopting these systems without understanding the flaws that they've got, that they're not giving it. You need to give things a second look just to see if, because with Steph, you'll be able to do this and I can do this. You can tell just by looking at, you can read something and know it's been written by ChatGPT.
Yeah, I can tell that.
Because they've got certain
flags, isn't there?
Yeah.
It all starts with the same kind of language. It's like
now you can get rid of those through prompts, like all the buzz phrases, in the realm of, and all these other things that it always comes up with.
Yeah.
You can create your prompt to get rid of those and keep modifying your prompt so it still doesn't sound like it, but the AI detectors will still say that it's AI. You don't if you don't do it, if you don't do that. So I thought that was kind of a warning thing. And one thing, I haven't got much time.
I think you can use AI to write like books and things like that, but it's always best to edit it like anything, really heavily edit it.
Yeah, because you can. It's best to use AI as a like brainstorming, getting ideas and things, and maybe helping you write the plan. Because you can plan out even a chapter, and it will give you all the points. And then once it's done that, you can then write. It makes it a lot easier to write the actual article or the thing. For blogs, it doesn't really matter because we use AI and just use the output for because it's all about getting those words into the website, because it's all about content marketing, which is a long game. It's not a short game. So it's getting content onto your website that's relevant. Getting the keywords is something I've been looking into. So getting the titles of your blogs to know what to write about, that is a bit of an art as well at the moment. So trying to get AI to generate those for you. So you get like a key phrase. There's all sorts of reasons why you wouldn't want to use certain key phrases. You don't want to use questions. You don't, there's kind of an art to that. You want it to generate loads and loads of key phrases that are short sentences that you can use as titles for blogs. So then that title is then mentioned in the blog, and then that will make the blog more effective because it's containing those keywords, Again, it's a long game. It's not like Google Ads but then your content stays there forever, whereas Google Ads, it stays there for somebody sees it and goes, oh yeah, and then your money's gone, or it's if it's pay per click, it's somebody clicks on it and then thinks, oh no, I don't want this, and clicks back. You've done your money as well. So it's kind of I think you're better off doing content, but I mean, things change.
I published a book last year, but I used chat for that, but I just used it for research, and yes, it's on Amazon. It's like 260 pages, so it was quite a lot of work. But yeah.
Okay, I'm sort of I'm sort of working my way through that. What do you think, Andy? Content,
what in terms of visibility? Yeah, definitely. It's certainly the way AI is surfacing certain types of content over others It just makes huge sense. If you sell if you sell widgets to people in a certain sector, then you should have the content in your website to back that up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
And sometimes you have
starting
to
to
say the
see
same
that.
thing in different ways, don't you? You have to.
Yeah, I think you've got to think about intelligent humans are going to use AI to do searching. If Google's not going to step up to the mark and make it easy like Perplexity and the others do it, then people will search in that way. And particularly with things like Perplexity, where you put in a thing and then it gives you suggestions that go into more depth on it. And you think, okay, and you go down that rabbit hole and you get through to, if you're not doing really detailed content on your site, you're crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, obviously, there's with AI, there is a danger that websites become more irrelevant, and being in people's faces on social media may be more important.
Well, yeah, there is that as well. It could go either way, but it's picking this stuff up from somewhere, isn't it? Or it's picking it
Yeah,
up from different sources.
yeah. Will people stop creating content that feed in the AIs if they're not effective?
The funny thing is, give it enough time, and all the content in AI will have been generated by AI.
Yeah, that's
So if
right.
everybody produces AI blog posts, it's AI stuff that's feeding the language models. So it's just all going to fall apart in a big heap eventually.
I think an interesting experiment anyone could do is to create a fairly obscure blog topic that's sort of related to your business, but quite obscure, and see if that starts to come up in AI over a period of time.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's like my personality thing, feeding it into OpenAI from Echo. That'd be very cool if it started being sarcastic. That'd be my mark on the world.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Well, I was going to talk about AIMagicX.com, but we'll talk about that next week. And I might find out a bit more about it before then. I only piqued my interest because I saw a thing saying that they'd reduce their price from $972 to $64.99 for a lifetime license. So which either means it's crap or they're getting a lot of users. I've had a quick look. It looks a little bit interesting, but it does give you 1,000 credits and one image, so you can start for free. But I shall look at that next time. Okay, that's it. I'm going to stop recording.